paid $5,000 for a party between me and 20 friends of mine, give or take, with your company card. I'm sorry about that. Write it off as an expense, okay? Aw, speechless are we? Why don't you say something?
Excuse me, who is this?
What?
Trouble Busters!
Life is harsh. My name is Thomas, and I'm the president and sole employee of Thomas Jack of All Trades. For reasons that are honestly better left unsaid, I'm a 35-year-old guy who currently lives with his parents.
Oh, Caroline, why?
Come, Mary. I know this is heartbreaking, but you can't turn back time.
Oh.
Hey, son, the fact that there was a burglary and who the perpetrator was, do they know about those things yet? The moment I called them, they confirmed it was true. The first time was $600, the second time was $900.
Oh, Thomas.
I'm so sorry, Mom. Please, sis. Please, for the love of God. It all depends on whatever conscience you might have left. In the event that you call me, I swear to God. There ain't no way. That stupid bitch! A single phone call from Caroline, my older sister, would destroy the hope of our family. Hello?
Oh, Thomas, I paid $5,000 for a party between me and 20 friends of mine, give or take, with your company card.
You're serious? You paid it? Past tense? You've done it, right?
I had no choice but to pay in advance. It was a course menu after all. I'm sorry about that. Write it off as an expense, okay? Aw, speechless are we? Pissed off this much, are you? Hey.
I don't think your despair was ever as bad as ours, Caroline. Despite my evident flaws and personality, I take some care of my parents. But this? Yeah, I'll never forgive you. Unforgivable. Trouble Busters.
Why don't you say something?
Excuse me, who is this?
What?
I already knew you were using my card fraudulently, actually.
What? How did you? It's too early for you to discover anything.
These days, credit card companies are very trustworthy, you see. If someone makes a big purchase in an area you don't usually frequent, they'll call you to check if you're aware of the purchase, see? And when I asked them where the culprit used my credit card, lo and behold, they said it was the super department store right next door to the apartment complex you live in.
So that's how you found out.
You sound disingenuous.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, but your darling sister's in a real pinch this month, you see?
You're not my damn sister anymore, and someone who's in a real pinch, as you say, wouldn't have a party for $5,000 fricking dollars.
Why not? You're the president, aren't you? You shouldn't have a problem with money. You're rich after all.
So it's a matter of whether you have money or not in your eyes, is it? You think you can get away with anything just because I'm family, but if you use someone else's credit card and make purchases without permission, you'll be charged with fraud.
What? Fraud?
I mean, duh! If you think about it for a couple seconds, since you lied to the sellers into accepting ill-gotten money for their high-quality products, yeah, that's frickin' fraud!
But I'm family, aren't I?
Yeah, that doesn't frickin' matter. Not to mention the fact we're not related. You're not my family, you're not my sister, period.
Why would you say something like that? That's way too sensitive of you. Is that what our bond has always been like as a family?
Don't you realize that it was your own actions that made it this way? We've already decided as a family, see?
Credit card fraud, the first being $600, the second being $900.
The second time was the furthest that any one of us was willing to turn a blind eye to your bullshit.
The furthest that any one of you...
3 strikes and you're out, as the saying goes, right? And this was the 3rd strike. As you've used credit cards fraudulently for the 3rd and last time, this will be the end of your ties to our family. Both Mom and Dad are in strong agreement to go through with the procedures.
Wait a minute, why would you decide something like that without me around?
It hung in the balance with the possibility of you having even a tiny conscience as the sole catalyst to change everything, for better or for worse. We wouldn't invite you to these meetings as such, see?
That's not fair. It's always been that way with Mom and Dad. If anything happens, Thomas.
Enough playing the victim. You know full well there was never any difference in how we were treated.
There is a difference, a big difference. When they bought you a 5-gear adjustable bike, I never got anything like that.
Don't you dare tamper with history. You got your electric keyboard 3 months after I got that bicycle of mine.
Huh? I don't remember that.
Then you don't have enough gratitude for what Mom and Dad have always done for you. You got bored of the electric keyboard, didn't ya? Which seems so pitifully out of place in your Japanese-style room, you just left it there to gather dust. As of now, that beautiful instrument's just a storage shelf with an infestation of stains and smears. You really don't appreciate the value of things, and God, do I hate people like that. Perfect timing. I'll send this electric keyboard to your apartment then.
I don't have anywhere to put it.
Make some space then. From now on, all your belongings at your parents' house will be gathered together like dung beetles rolling their balls of shit.
Stop doing that. And what about you, huh? That bike of yours is either already broken and thus thrown away, or it's been stolen, right?
No. Don't put me in the same pot as you, huh? I still maintain and ride the bike that Mom and Dad gave me 20 years ago.
Yes, good for you, good boy. You just don't know that quality is what we call poverty, see? How pathetic.
What's with the bitch who stole the credit card of a guy in poverty and went on a spending spree, huh? Beyond pathetic, I dare say. You're meant for the streets.
Shut up, don't talk back at your older sister.
Yeah, I don't need an old hag still acting all high and mighty and nagging me, a 35-year-old adult. I honestly think hag is too much of a compliment for you at this point.
Anyway, severing my ties with the family is going way too far, so you better persuade them both to withdraw their participation in the ordeal, all right?
Hell no, that's disgusting!
I borrowed money from my brother who has money to spare. What kind of crime is that? Family ought to do small favors like these to each other.
Yeah, and I said that same act was fraud, didn't I?
Even though we're family?
Yes, even though we're family.
And I'm saying that's absolutely ridiculous.
There's nothing ridiculous about it, even if it's a brother, sister, child, or spouse who's used it fraudulently. They have the right to demand compensation.
Even though they're family?
How many times have you asked that question? Someone the likes of you who uses the word family so frickin' lightly is the kind of person who neglects their family altogether.
That's not true. I go back to my parents' house often, unlike you.
Yeah, you're just coming here whenever you're frickin' short on money, aren't you?
What? Hell no. I literally just visit them and talk to them, you see.
Mom just told me to tell you that every time you come to visit, you better stop taking away toothbrushes, shampoo, new towels, etc. that they were stocking up on, all right? We're not a hotel, so please withhold all actions that constitute taking any kind of amenities home, thank you. That was her message.
What? That's terrible, Mom.
You're the terrible one here. Don't make Mom say such pathetic things to you, all right? Wait, seriously?
What is it this time?
Every time Caroline comes home, money keeps disappearing from my wallet, but you don't know about it? That was her question.
What? No, I don't know anything about it. Of course I don't know about that. What the hell? She wants to say I took the money when she doesn't even have any proof?
But money only seems to disappear from her wallet on the days you come and go, and she keeps careful track of the household family budget, so there's no doubt about it.
I don't know. I don't know anything about it. If you treat people like thieves this easily, I'll never come home again.
No, you are a thief, plain and easy, and you will never come back home again.
I'm not a thief. I just borrowed some money.
Even the cash you took from Mom's wallet? Did you borrow that too? If you claim you aren't the one, I'll report it to the police as theft, understand?
Hey, isn't that too far gone?
Apparently a total of $1,400 have disappeared from the family household budget.
That much?
What do you mean, that much? So I've already taken and spent that much? Is that what you mean?
No! Is that so? Is all I have to say.
Pathetic.
What? A mere comment about the matter and I get accused of theft?
Nope, only when you've stolen something will you be accused of theft.
Then stop talking to me that way.
Hey, Miss Ramirez, it'd be better to confess at this point, you know.
But I didn't take the money.
Then I guess I'll just have to report it to the cops then.
You don't have to go that far.
Why not? If they took something like $1,000 or more, yeah, this is a serious case, you know?
It might just be Mom's imagination.
Even if she keeps a household account book?
The account book itself may be wrong, damn you. Mom's mind is already getting closer and closer to destroying itself altogether anyway.
Hey, don't you dare make Mom cry!
It's because you said stupid things like filing a victim report.
Anyway, I will submit a report to the police, and it'll be a huge problem when it's discovered who did the crime. Understand?
And I am telling you, I didn't.
Yeah, you better think you didn't. In any case, you really have too many convictions, too. Literally, it's like your skullduggery side quest completion rate in one of those RPGs is off the charts.
Anyway, I'm satisfied now, so I'll return your card, all right?
No thank you.
What? It's okay if I continue?
I'll terminate that card and make it unusable, and I won't get my credit card back from the likes of you, but through the police agency that will evidently arrest you.
What? You're still not going to quit selling me, your own older sister, to the police because of something you claim I did?
Indeed I don't, because I don't want to see you in my eyes or your image in my goddamn mind.
You're not worth talking to.
Oh, shall I hang up then?
Huh? Wait, no one said that.
Whew. Ugh. Such a typical strategy of that low-life bitch of a sister. She wants to take down Dad first, who's bad at talking and lets his feelings get the better of him quite a bit.
I guess she thinks that if he persuades him, the family will have no choice but to follow his lead.
Huh.
Stupid Thomas, stupid Thomas, stupid Thomas! He's the president, so it shouldn't be a big deal to give me $5,000 frickin' dollars this time, but no, he has to make a fuss about it. Dad, do something about Thomas, please.
Ugh.
He became the president by accident and is acting so totally cocky.
Ugh.
Someone who never went to school, seriously, they should never run a company.
Ugh.
Thomas, jack of all trades, was it? Anyway, he's getting too cocky, so you should do something about it, Dad.
Conditions.
What?
I have some conditions.
What are they?
This is just between you and me, I promise. You were the one who took money from your mother's wallet, weren't you?
That doesn't matter now.
I'll forgive you if you tell me the truth.
The truth?
Thomas is breathing heavily right now, and he won't listen to me when I tell him not to call the police. If you just tell me, and me only, I won't file a report against you.
You promise?
You know I hate liars.
Yay! Oh, I just knew Dad was easy to fool after all. Then I'll tell you the truth, and in return, you'll stop Thomas from doing the unthinkable, right?
I promise.
Yes, I did steal the money. I've told you the truth, so let's let this go, okay?
I knew it was you!
What? When did you take over?
Thanks for the all-too-easy confession, my dear ex-sister. I'm so grateful.
Wait, that could only mean that the person I've been talking to about this up until now is you tricked me!
Yeah, and I did it pretty well, I dare say. Father and son, after all. If I try hard enough to mimic the sound of my own dad's voice, I can do it for sure.
How dare you frickin' trick me? Even that can be considered fraud.
My, way to wrongly ruin a reputation. People who say that tricking someone like how I did is the same as fraud are so naive. Listen up, Padawan. Fraud is a criminal act of deceiving others and stealing their money and or valuables, or causing some other kind of damage. And yes, that applies to this particular occasion when you used my credit card without permission. About that thing from earlier, I'll keep my promise, of course.
Of course you will.
But Dad says he'll file a report anyway.
What? But what about our promise? He told me honestly that he wouldn't go to the police if I told him the truth.
But that was a promise to me, not to Dad, right?
That's because you tricked me.
I'm sorry about that, but I knew my parents would be scared for their lives if a frequent burglar was coming to the house, you see? And so I came up with a plan that would protect them if it worked. What's that, Mom? Oh, you're very welcome. And she says thanks to you too, Miss Ramirez.
If you frickin' say so, you deceitful bastard. I retract what I said earlier about stealing the money. I don't know. I don't know anything.
All right. I thought you'd say that, so I recorded our conversation from earlier.
What?
Turns out my phone just happened to be on recording mode, you see. God damn, what an amazing turn of events.
You...
We're done now, aren't we? I know you have a lot to say, but we're trying to move on with severing our ties with you quickly and completely and make you feel the wrath of the double whammy of criminal and civil penalties.
Criminal and civil penalties? What the hell? Why both of them?
I mean, that's because you did something dangerous regarding both domains of law. It's a credit fraud totaling $6,400, you know?
It's not fraud. I just borrowed money.
Are you still saying such nonsense? You've been saying, I borrowed it, like it's been your mantra for a while now. But when one uses the word borrowed, they mean...
Please, lend me your credit card, Thomas.
Of course, sis. This is what they're talking about. A mutual, consensual transaction. We didn't do that now, did we? You snuck into my room and took my card while I was drunk and sleeping, right? Also, on the day my credit card was stolen, $200 went missing from Mom's wallet. That was also you, wasn't it?
No, I didn't do that.
Who would believe a frickin' thief like you, eh?
Stop calling me a thief, please. I've told you many times that I just borrowed the money.
I claim you did not borrow any money. If your line of logic applies to everyone and it's the world standard, society would be full of scams now, wouldn't it? Even if it gets found out that you stole the money, it'll just be treated as if you borrowed it after all.
And I am telling you, I only ever did that to my family.
And it's still a real fricking nuisance. That's why we're cutting you the frick off. That's why we're initiating trouble busters. And that's why we're making you feel the wrath of the double whammy of criminal and civil penalties.
Seriously, please don't do that.
I'm only gonna say this because I know you only think that borrowing a credit card without the owner's consent is acceptable. But fraud is a pretty serious crime, you know.
At worst, I'll make things easier for you by paying any fines for what I allegedly did.
There's no fine for fraud.
What?
If you're found guilty of fraud, you'll be sentenced to 10 years or less in prison.
What?
Even if the sentence is suspended and changed to parole instead, a criminal record will remain, and so will the court records. And all this saying you did something so serious you'd be worthy of such a punishment. Oh, and we'll demand money from you too.
You said earlier that there would be no fine.
That's the attack we had planned for the criminal side of what you did.
Shit, one more.
The civil crime of what you did.
Don't say that like you're such a cheerful child.
In the civil case of this, damages for the money that was stolen from Mom's wallet and my credit card. Additionally.
There's more?
In a sense, it's a far more frightening third attack, even more terrifying than your punishments on the criminal side and the civil side. Your husband. His wife stole her ex-brother's credit card, stole money from her ex-mother's money, committed credit card fraud, and now he's being charged with a criminal record and has to pay damages.
No, stop this.
He'll have to be a really generous man to forgive you in this, you know.
I don't want to hear it.
Oh, then shall I cut the connection?
No.
Which connection do you hate for it to be cut, the phone connection or your familial connections?
Both. I hate both. Please don't cut me off.
And when will that be?
Now.
You might think I have a bad personality, but this is just so much fun. I can't help myself. No matter how hard I try to find anything else, I see my ex-sister with hopeless regret, contempt, and anger. But I should at least give her the privilege of seeing our smiling faces one last time before being taken away. Well now, Miss Ramirez.
Don't call me by my husband's name. Call me sis, damn you.
This is so unfortunate. You don't seem to show any sign of remorse. If I had to give you the benefit of the doubt, the colors of your remorse only depict a mushy ball of dirty slob, sludge, and shit. So I'll carry out the procedures without any mercy.
Wait, please. I'll give you the full $6,400 by the end of the day.
It's not $6,400 though, is it? If we add in Mom's money, it'll be $7,800. Can't you even do simple math?
I'm sorry. I'll do it right away. So quickly, warp speed, I promise.
Oh, even if you have that ready.
Oh, and here is today's Maharaja.
Thank you so much for this $5,000 dinner party, Miss Ramirez.
Hey, Mrs. Fatso. And by fat, we mean fat in the wallet, darling. What are we going to do for the after party? There's a bar that I frequent that has a nice atmosphere, so let's go there. Done. Hey now, wait. After parties? After parties are prohibited. Huh? Prohibited? You can go if you want to go, but I can't go, you see. Hey, what's wrong? You're sweating a whole lot. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. Well, I mean, if you can't come, nothing we can do. $390 per person, if you please. Tonight's party fee. Please refund your share immediately. Please refund today's party fee.
Dinner and parties, strong soldiers, where the remains of their dreams shall lay.
Why won't anyone help me? A refund of $7,800? I can't pay this back. If it carries on like this, the police will catch me and my darling Ken will abandon me. What? Why?
Thomas told me everything there is to know, Caroline.
Why would you bring him here?
Well, because you hung up when I was talking. Even if you have that ready, the mission is a go, so that won't be necessary, is what I meant to tell you. Well, it looks like you didn't yield any results at all, huh?
Oh, I wanted to divide the total amount of $7,800 in cash by 20 and ask for $390 per person, but $390 is insane, isn't it? The party costs $5,000, so it should be $250 per person. Why is there an extra $140 per person? Hey, why? Hey. Oh, poor me indeed. I tried so hard.
No, you didn't try
at all.
You were just trying to scam people again, weren't you?
No, that wasn't a scam.
However, the original $250 aside, you inflated the bill by $140 per person. And that is clearly an attempt to deceive your friends and collect an inappropriately large amount of money.
I explained the reasons to everyone when they asked.
No, you definitely didn't.
That's a lie, isn't it?
It's true. I said that for sure. I'm not lying, honest. I don't want to lie anymore. The hell no, I'm done with lying.
And bingo! Liar, liar, pants on fire!
What?
You're being called a scammer on social media, you know.
For now, I'll make a statement. So please accompany me to the station, ma'am.
But before that, give me back my card now.
I want to get divorced right now, if possible. Caroline, we're going to the government office first.
Station.
Card.
Office.
Card.
Office.
Station.
Card.
Office.
Station. Stop! You're scaring the hell out of me. I'll never steal anything ever again, and I'll never lie or scam people out of their money either.
In a nutshell, you're far too damn dangerous to keep on board. I can't frickin' have you as a part of my family,
damn it.
Criminal record.
Damages.
Divorce.
Damages.
Divorce.
Criminal record.
Damages.
Divorce!
Criminal record. Stop! Stop attacking me, all three of you at the same time. Ugh! Stealing, scamming, lying. I never should have done anything bad like that.
It's too late to regret it, you fraudster. 3 strikes and you're out. It's often misunderstood as a saying, for many people interpret it as meaning that you can be forgiven up to the 3rd time. But the correct meaning is that you are being punished after your 3rd mistake. Perhaps a Chinese proverb would be better. If you stroke the Buddha's face 3 times, even he will become angry. It's clear that fury will come with the 3rd time, not after. She was charged with fraud for falsely identifying herself as the owner of the credit card with which she made payments, bought products, and ate out. Although she did not receive a prison sentence, she was given a criminal conviction and was awarded 7,800 yen in civil damages. She was also divorced from her husband, Ken. She was also severed from us, the Smiths, and I'm positive she's overwhelmed by what is probably the worst situation in the history of her life. It's no easy feat for a woman with a long history of being a housewife to maintain her livelihood while paying off her debts. But the crimes she committed are so grave that she deserved nothing less. I want to give my ex-sister a final cheer of encouragement, telling her to face the challenges head on and get her life back on track. Meanwhile, I'm gonna go back to the peaceful world of everyday life and trying to be a good son to my parents and repay the kindness I owe them for raising me to become the good man I believe I am today. Troublebusters!